my husband he's jamming. You know, he's a painter and a musician. A lot of times people are like, oh, your husband's a painter? He's an alcoholic. I'm like, and he's a musician. They go, oh, he's a good, godly man. And if you think I'm being stereotypical, well, they are. And he would tell you that, and that's his profession, that there just tends to be an inordinate amount of troubled people in his field. But we love him. And I know you're looking at me going, Beth, you look so weird. And I do, because my eyes is messed up. And my doctor told me I'm not allowed to wear my contacts for 3 weeks. I'm not dealing with that well. I like these glasses okay, but I gotta go get a new pair. I love that they're frameless, but they're not wide enough and I don't get good peripheral vision, and I just don't feel in control. But anyway, so I gotta go get that. Okay, so what I'm telling you about today, first and foremost, is who won the contest? Okay, so who won the SK brushes? Her name is Melissa SCHEIDLER. Melissa, congratulations. You need to go over to my Facebook account. No, Lance. I can't hear. Oh, darling, pew, pew. That's gotta stop. Just do some low jib. No, honey. Go low jib. No. Go low. Can y'all hear over this, my southern subbies? Okay. All right, so what I was trying to say was, Melissa, go over to my Facebook page, Beth Buchanan, and then it'll say, the little byline will be Fashion, Glamour, and Bling, oh my, and message me, or just go to Messenger and message me your mailing address so that I can mail you your brushes. Send you a little sweet note. And then for the Bible, I decided to do 2. And one of you is named, first was Danny Jackson. D-A-N-I Jackson. Danny, I checked out your channel too. It's really cute. I love it. And I subscribed and I liked one of your videos and I think you're awesome. And but you got the Bible, hon. So I'm going to be mailing it to you, but you will need to do the same thing. You will need to go to Facebook, Beth Buchanan. That's B-U-C-H-A-N-O-N. And message me and give me your mailing address. And also, because you want a Bible, I need to get the name that you want engraved on the Bible. And if it's Danny Jackson, the way you got it spelled, that's fine. Just tell me. Anyway, okay, so that's, oh, the second person, I decided to give away another Bible because you can't give away too many Bibles. I mean, makeup's makeup, you know? But, and I'll be doing more of that too, you know me. But, Amazon Addict. Girl, what is your name? But you won the second Bible, so go over to Beth Buchanan, that's B-U-C-H-A-N-O-N, and message me your mailing address and what your name is so I can put that on your Bible. And what I do with the Bibles, by the way, is, and if you don't like to say, I prefer to leave it completely clean. Because some people don't write on the Word of God. Y'all, let me just say this about that. It is the Word of God. But the book is a book. It's okay to highlight in it and write notes in it and all that kind of stuff. It's what He said that's holy, and the fact that He said it is holy. The actual book itself it's a book. It's like a textbook of what the Lord said to us. So you can highlight it, put in little. Matter of fact, I think it's important to do things like put little, you know, flags out to the side of the scriptures you want to memorize or things you want to remember that subject. If you could just turn it down, I can't hear. I'm serious. Just turn it down a little bit. Don't be obnoxious. Can y'all hear me okay? I know what some of y'all are saying. Okay, so anyway, the cool thing about having a musician husband is I don't have to pay for YouTube music. He's making all that up. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that all of you guys knew that you had been won. You won, and you got a toy coming. You got a treat coming. And again, for those of you who are getting Bibles, what I typically do is go through and highlight certain verses that are either really important for growth or about Jesus being God. That's just something I do. And one's in blue and one's in yellow, and I will not do that if you say, no, I don't want any writing in my Bible. None. I like a clean page. I used to have this older people's small group. I still teach one, but this is a different one. And he says, you should never write in the Word of God. And I just wanted to honor that, even though I totally disagree. I think that God wants you to just absolutely eat up His Word, study it like you would a subject, and then some. So anyway, so I'm going to now take off my glasses, and we're going to do a quick tutorial. All right, Lance, would you like to just come in here for the video, honey? Would you like to? Okay. So I cannot see at all how far it's going because I just took my glasses off. And so one of the things that I was talking to you guys about, many people actually are talking to me about under eye circles and wrinkles. Under eye circles meaning the dark color, and then, I'm sorry, not wrinkles, bags. And some of you have some real serious bags. I get that you're saying, look, I'm not playing around. I need some help here. I'm not a professional, you guys. I'm not a professional makeup artist or a nutritionist or a nurse or anything, but I can tell you some tricks that I have worked wonders for me. One was the Bobbi Brown Extra Moisturizing Balm, Extra Repair Moisturizing Balm. But I was told this by an ophthalmologist assistant. She says, I have my own skincare line. I need to check that out. But she says, when you put on any kind of eye cream, you put it all the way down here. Do you see where my fingers are? On the bone, this bone. The whole point is this part right under here, where this layer of skin is so thin, that's hollow under there. There's the bone right there. And that is where you put product. You don't come any higher. And she said, because product seeps upward, and that may be why my eyes are so irritated is I put a lot of product on underneath. So that being said, I'm shaking up the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in color number Light Pale. Light Pale is the French word, actually. But this is the product. I'm going to take the lid off. The lid comes off, and it's this fuzzy little sponge top. Lots of you guys have seen this before, but if you haven't, I'm going to take a moment to let that focus. And it's just because the sponge is so light and so mushy, it doesn't hurt for you to smooth this under your eye, but then you still pat it out with your ring finger. And people are like, why your ring finger? A couple of clicks, by the way, is what we're doing. Why the ring finger? Because the ring finger has very little pressure. It's sort of like your pinky finger. You see how I just sweeped it? And now I'm coming down by the side of the nose. Look, like that. And then I'm going to fill back all the way past the eye. Do it again, swoosh out. I do it a couple of times. And then straight down by the nose, and then swoosh it back out to up there. Some people come down the nose as a point of highlighting, comes straight down, and that gives the illusion of your nose being straight and thin. Even if you have a crooked nose, because the line's straight. And then you come up and you go left, right, up. You make a little flower or something. And you come down your Cupid's bow. The Cupid's bow is this little place right there. You know, like a bow and arrow. If you turn this sideways, that's a bow. So that little divot right there is called the Cupid's bow. And you go right there. And what that does is it highlights it and makes your lips look more luxurious. And then you put it right at the top, not under the lip. You're going to darken that area if you want your lip to look bigger. But you put it right on the chin, not on the bottom here, because if you have a large chin, you don't want to highlight that, just on the top. Just like any other highlighting. Now you also can do this. I'm going to do this. You don't have to do this, by the way. But it gives, for us older ladies, and for you ladies that have jowls, and I don't say that lightly, because I know there's some of you young ladies that have jowls, and you're like, it's not funny. I've had jowls my whole life. It's like, I'm not making it funny. I'm going to give you a facelift by doing this. So again, I can't see because I have my glasses on how close we are to being through. So I'm just going to go. So one of the things you do, always start with your eyes. This is a IT Cosmetic dual-ended brush. One is for the powder, and it's very dense and very soft on this end. The other is a concealer brush. And so I'm going to, instead of using my finger, I'm going to use the concealer brush. And I swoosh back and forth, and then I go down by the nose, just what I did, and then I go out. See how I'm pulling from where it was, and then just going out. Out, 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 out. And see how that blended that out? And now it's very, very bright. Again, swoosh back and forth. Make sure that's nicely smoothed in. And I know you're saying, Beth, I thought you just said don't come above this bone. That is for treatments. like a cream. This is for concealer. Again, right under the nose, and then go out, 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 out. And what you're doing is making it bright out. And then that automatically gives yourself a contour here, even if you didn't use contour. And then also kind of come straight down on the nose and kind of fizzle out where that line is. You don't want to go too far out because you want this to be dark on either side of it. And then also especially right on the tip. And then also blend out right between, not between like here, it's right above it. Right where the bone is. You're going to blend that out. A little on either side. And then come straight down the nose. And then also same thing on the chin. We're going to blend that out. Just the top of it. Don't go below that. You're going to make your chin look huge. And then right here we're going to do this straight down. And what that does, don't come up too far because you want that to be sunken in looking. What that does is it gives you a little bit of a facelift, especially if you go further back. And then all the way down. So come straight down, 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 down. And then smooth it there, and then go a little further back and come down, 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 down again. And look how it gives you a facelift effect. Now, I can't see where I am. Where am I? Oh, it's about at time. So, so this is the look. Oh, and then the other thing you do, this is also It Cosmetics, and it's Bye Bye Pores. And it's flashing now, but we are going to take the other end of this and dust this out. But I start with the little powder puff that it comes with. And I press it right where it goes, any place that I just did anything. And then I'm going to use the little brush that came with it and smooth it out. And I will see you again on my next video. Bye! Okay, so we were just dusting out underneath our eyes because we just put on concealer, and now I'm using Bye Bye Pores by It Cosmetics to set that in powder. And I don't use a lot of powder because I feel like if you use too much powder, it really does make you look old. And if you're already older, I don't think it's a very flattering look. If you're really young, like in your early 20s, maybe, but other than that, no. So I am going to now show you guys a couple of products that I got. So this will be a haul and a review, because while I'm going to show them, I'm also going to show you guys how they look. And the first one is Narcissist Blush Contour and Lip Palette. And the colors are Enrapture Blush, Enthralled Blush, and Roman Holiday Blush. And they're different colors. And then, oh, sorry, there's also Estriel Lip Gloss. And I think I already took that out and put it in my purse. Oh my gosh, look guys, I did. So the lip gloss is missing. That's okay, you'll see it in a video. But there is the colors. So we're going to use this first. And I am going to use the darkest color like it is a, what am I trying to say here? Contour. Now I already have contour on, but I'm still going to use it. So I'm using this, what is this? F30. This is a large powder brush, but it's in a travel size. And I am going to just slowly round this out. Stay on top. Do not come down here. You want to, but don't. Stay up here. And that's what gives that sunken look. Stay up here. Round it out. Both directions. And it just automatically, one of the things you can do to cut in, you can take a chisel brush and come right down there with a darker color. But you don't want to do that with a darker blush. You want to stay up here for that. And then we're going to take the blush color, which is very, very bright pink. So I have no idea how this is going to go. That's this color right here. Here goes. Never tried this. Nars to me is not as pigmented as I want it to be. So we'll see how this goes. Here we go. I'm going to smile and get right on the apples of the cheeks and up. Right? And I come all the way down here. Like, you know how this is a triangle? This is the other triangle. And I put blush there because I had these little chipmunk cheeks. But then you come up to where you had some of this bronzer to kind of blend it up so it doesn't look weird. And I go on either side of the nose. So back into the palette. It's not too light. Smile and put it right here. That's the apple right there. Right there. See how you do that? And then come down and up. Down and up. Down and up. And then you also can dust off your chin. And when I say your chin, don't get on top here where you did your highlighter. Stay underneath right here. And on the actual jawline, and that kind of helps your jawline be a little more, and then dust out your neck. It just kind of gives you a little more of a chiseled look, and especially right as you older ladies, this right here drops, or girls with jowls, and jowls is where this drops even when you're young. You just touch that up and then blend it out. It's almost like you're shaving. Okay, so that's one thing that we're going to do. So now we're going to move to the eyes. And I don't have a primer, but that's okay. We could use a little concealer. Hold on. Just going to use a touch of concealer in the crease only. And I am going to use my ring finger to kind of blend that down. And then over. And then up a little. Just straight down. I know you're thinking, but you put it in the crease. It's like, yes, but I want it to go to the top of the lid. And then I'm going to go up to the brow line and just kind of blend out. And then come down to the inner. And you can go right under the eye. It's always good to do a primer underneath. Okay, so what is the palette that I'm using for eyes? Y'all know that I'm an eye palette person. I have not taken the plastic off these, or they would be like so reflective you couldn't even look. But so it's got a little plastic on top. But this is the Narcissist L'amour toujours l'amour. That means love today, love. I know my French. And the colors are just numbers. That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Let's open it. Y'all, I'm in love with these. That's more than 8. This is a beautiful, this is one of the most perfect palettes I think I've ever seen. And there's not a brown in it. That's interesting. These are all taupes. There's no brown in that. Just, I don't know how it's come across on camera, but there's no brown. None. That's all taupes. And there's some orangey tones, and there's vanilla tones, and kind of a, this is kind of a blue tone, gray tone, sandy, but none of the, and that's, these are both kind of taupey. There's a matte one and a shimmer one. Again, here, same thing. This is champagne. This is more pink, white. This is like a gray black. This is a shimmer gray black. That's a green gray black. And then this is just a blue. There's no brown in the palette. That's very unusual indeed. But we're just going to go ahead and do my eyes. So I've just got miscellaneous brushes here. So I'm just going to get started. And I'm using a Sigma eye shader in E55. Let me make sure that it's not got anything on it. Okay. And I'm going to go in here to this first shade, which I think is called 1. And it's just, it's their matte, kind of like a pink shade. And I'm going to go under the brow. Almost looks like I didn't do anything. That's where I feel like it's not pigmented, or either it's a perfect match to my skin tone. And I'm thinking that's more the thing, because this looks pigmented. Then, for the inner corner, I'm going to use the shimmer version. And that is this kind of champagne color. I'm going to use the same brush. That's the Sigma E55. Tapping back into the palette. Yeah, it's going to start getting messy now, but you don't want to waste your makeup. I'm going straight down, right across the tear duct. And I do that over and over, and then out a little to the inner corner, inner upper lid corner. But I'm trying to get that really tight, and then I kind of twist it a little and turn it to this lower, but just to the inner part, and the inner, on the inner side of the nose there. And what does that do? It wakes it up some. Gonna do it on both sides. And out, down and out. Now, with the leftover, you can brush right under where you just were, so there's a little bit of shimmer, but you want to keep matte right under the brow. Okay, now we're going to take a blending brush, and we're going to take one of these colors. I'm going to use this kind of taupey brown. It's not truly brown, it's more taupe. It's like actually like a taupey gray. There's no real brown in here, you guys. And I'm just going to go in the crease and above, just a little bit. And just blend it really, really good, because this is our transition color. And I always also come in almost like making a V. Again, I'm going to do this kind of back and forth, swishing it. Don't ever swirl it. You waste a lot of product that way. And this is very expensive stuff. Whoops, tap out so you don't have fallout. And you're going in the crease. And a little bit up, and one of the ways to go a little bit up is to start swirling. Swirl outward and then swirl inward. Swirl outward, swirl inward, swirl inward, swirl outward, and then bring your little V in. Now that's a nice blend. And then we're going to take a pencil brush, And I'm going to use, this is the pointed crease brush actually from Makeup Geek. It doesn't have numbers, just descriptions. And we're going to go, I'm going to go a little darker, and I'm going to use this color right here, which is more like a taupe with shimmer. And I'm going to actually come over here to this green, and I'm going to mix with that. Just a little bit, back and forth. And you're like, Beth, you're making a weird color. It's like, but it's custom. And I'm going to lay down first the color, meaning put it down right in that outer V, and then come in. And see how is it transferring. It's transferring pretty good, and so I'm going to do my outer V pretty quickly. Keep my little outer V. Looks nice. And then do it again and mix these colors again. Put down right there, and then back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. Swirl it a little if you want to really, and then kind of come in to make this outer V. If you want to really concentrate the color in this outer area, then you can swirl. Don't pick up, just swirl, just like you're doing like that. Don't ever pick up the tip. And the next thing you know, it'll be darker in that place than it was any place else. Now, what most people would coach you to do is go ahead and blend this out. And I would too, because this color is very dark. So I'm going to have to get a little bit of that off. And go back to your little kind of gray color here. And blend out right on the top half only. If you otherwise, you're going to blend out all that pretty work that you just did. So only the top end of what you were just doing. Okay. Now, there's a couple of things you can do with this dirty brush. You can come and cut in here, or you can cut in on the side of the nose, and that's my advice. Now, because of the shade of this, it's like a blackish, bluish, greenish, so that looks really weird. So you're gonna, and you can just lightly toast right there, lightly toast right there, and right underneath the lower lip, just like that, just a little bit. It makes the lip look bigger. And then also a lot on the very bottom of the nose. The bottom, don't come up. That's what you want to keep highlighted. What it causes is a recession. And one of the ways you can get off this kind of funky color, because now there's this dark color, is go ahead and take your Duo Fiber, that's an F50 from Sigma, and just brush it down a little. Just get rid of it. Don't overdo it, because the whole point is you want it to actually be usable. On those cheeks, you need to blend it out a little more. I did too much. And then use what you got and go under here. You can always shade under here because it just looks terrible, doesn't it? It looks bad. All right. Last but not least, I'm going to go under my eyes. So I am going to take a Sigma short shader, and this is the E20. It's my favorite brush. And I'm going to take a darker color. That's this color right here. And just kind of lay it out and tap it off real good. Real good, because you're going underneath. Look down and come right under. Just almost like it's a liner brush. And look how it acts like a liner brush. Both sides. Okay. And then if you want to, you can either use this blue and mix it in, which is what I'm going to do. And do the upper lid as well. Right, just stamp right on the lashes. And I think we're fixing to switch over again. We are. So bye, 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 bye. I'm sure it's fixing to cut me off soon, so I need to hurry up. And I am putting a liner. We're in the process of using this dark color, and we're using it as a liner on with an E, what was it, 20. Right, just stamping right on the lashes. And what this does is it kind of makes it look like a liner, but you can't figure it out because it's more like a smudge. You never actually make a line, but you darken the area around the lashes. Why does that matter? Because if you're in shape like I am, where you cannot wear mascara or liner, this is a good alternative to make it look like you have lashes when you actually don't. Now, again, I would take a blender and just kind of blend out only the areas that come together, like right there. Don't blend everything else out, or it's just going to get a muddy look, y'all. Right there. Just right here is where I'm putting the pressure from this little blending brush. You can also do it on the sides here because you want to blend out all that. And again, you can come on this side of the nose and under the nose, and you can cut right there with it and right there. What are you're thinking, what are you doing with that with, Beth? any leftover darker color. And it actually gives you the receding look. Now, if you look at it and go, oh my gosh, I just messed up so bad with doing all that kind of work, then go back and just take your powder brush. This is a Sigma F30 because it's a little travel powder brush. And I could take some powder, or I can just use a clean brush and just kind of brush away from the center of the face. And what that does is take, number one, any fallout. Number two, if you've overcolored anything, this is the time that you could tone it down. And it just kind of blends everything nicely. And then I also just kind of tap it off and then put it back in the cup. By the way, the cup that I'm using, this is a Sigma cup. And you can get the black one. I highly recommend it because you can put the top over and you can travel and it doesn't mush your brushes like some of the little travel pouches do. They ruin your brushes. This doesn't. Plus, when you get to a hotel, if you're traveling, look how it can just sit on your countertop and sit straight up. And then for the top that comes off, I use that little cup to put my toothbrush and toothpaste in. And so I have my brushes and my toothbrush sitting right there, and I'm able to really enjoy using all of that. So again, I'm just making sure that we have just blended everything out. By the way, this is a great one. This is the It Cosmetic Dual Ended, and it has the powder, setting powder brush on one side and the concealer brush on the other. I highly, 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 no matter what brand you like using, this is a great brush for that purpose, and I would have this in your collection of brushes. So that's those two. And then the other thing that I wanted to tell you about that I really, really like is this Cordura number 3070, and this is just a duo, and this would be a great one to keep in your purse. The only bad thing is, again, you should always have a little purse brush set, because this does not even come with sponge applicators, you guys. But here it is. This is just a great, for anybody's eye color use. It's a brown and a shade lighter, so you could use this brown. The brown is like a dark chocolate brown with gold specks, and the shade lighter is like caramel with gold specks. And it's just a perfect transition color for that dark color. You can use these two for everything from contouring to lining to doing your eyes. There's so much you can do with this, and this is just one of those really fantastic duos. And I'm sure there's places, not places, duos in other lines. Gosh, I do have a lot of fallout and dog hairs that have similar colors, a dark brown and a caramel color, and I would just have that in your purse. Preferably the kind that come with the sponge applicators, so you don't have to carry a brush set. But if you don't have that, why am I putting it back in the box? I'm going to put that in my purse. So these are the three things that I came up with today. Three. Is the eye palette, the face palette with lip gloss, even though lip gloss is in my purse, and this duo. You wouldn't need this duo if you have this. But anyway, I am really enjoying them. I hope that you guys have learned something from my brilliance. Are you even still there? Oh, there you are. Okay, well anyway, so that's all that I have for you today. Lancy, could you cut us off? And I would say to you,